Hi people, welcome back to Dutch Modeling, and here's another installment of the Back to Basics, the Tales from the Truck series. Last time we're here, we'll start building the engine. I'm gonna try to not forget to flip these video files in this case. And I, as you can see here, went quite a bit. Have made quite a bit of progress, but there were a couple of things that weren't very clear in the instructions, and it starts with that one. So see where that place number 25, yeah, number 25. You just take care to see where they place it, and then you get the next picture, see where it is. So it doesn't get all the way in the back, and it doesn't get all the way in the back. It has to be in the front. And that took me some time to figure out. So that's wrong, or that's a mistake rather than. Furthermore, a 38 on that notch. There it is. That notch there, that's not there. So again, that took some time to figure out where it was. Actually, it's more like a molded on T, where you kind of have to cut off the top of the T to keep it. You have that notch left. So that's something as well. If you're gonna build this, you have to take care of. Then you're gonna place the radiator. I did that, and connect the engine with a hose to the radiator, which I didn't because the engine is still loose. So as you can see, the part on top goes, zoom in, focus please. Oh, it won't focus, but it's not here in the back, it's rather more to that side where the drum is, unlike they said on the, you can see here again, that one, it's there's the drum, and you're supposed to put that way in the back. Well, actually there's the drum, and that thing is just right next to it. So yeah, it won't, of course it won't focus because it's a damn phone. Next you go building the exhaust, which was no problem whatsoever. You can see here it's completely fitted underneath. Of course, the two ends here are still loose because they connect to the engine, and the engine is not yet installed. You had no problem with that one. Then you start with the axles, and there were 2 points where you need to take a little bit of caution. It's because you got, there as you can see, 2 of the same axles, and then you do the brake boosters twice. But note the orientation of the bolt heads. They're the same, but the boosters, those round things, are backwards on one in comparison to the other. It's something where I almost went wrong because I didn't really pay notice to the drawings. So I had the 2 axles with the brake boosters exactly pointing the same way. I saw it in time, so I could change it, and it's now that you can see, hopefully, that the brake boosters point towards each other on the axles. Once that's done, and then there's the second part. You connect the axles to the drive shaft, which wasn't a problem whatsoever because they're prefixed holes with a certain shape so they can fit only in one way. And then you're going to fit those triangle looking things, A63. Unlike depicted here, those things got bolt heads on both sides of the surfaces. Here you can see on the outside, but none on the inside. Well, they are on the inside as well. And the thing you have to be looking for is, they're not really triangles, they're more, I don't know, one side has a bigger angle than the other one. It's not that much of a difference. But as you can see, maybe you can see it, or maybe you can't. Try to get this one here in front. You can see that they're not exact same sides, and they have to angle inward. So you got the long side that's on the outside, and the sharp edge has to be on the inside. Otherwise, the bars, the connecting rods, won't fit because they will be too short. And with the connection rods, I mean these guys. So, and then you got more parts for the. See, did I did this? Yes, I did this. Drivetrain, and then there you got to choose. Either you got an axle with a ball at the end, so you got the rotator cuff action, or just one with a stick and then yeah, you know that mention. So it's more fixed with the rotary cup, so to speak. You can actually with the knee joint you can actually post the wheels when doing this step. With the other one, they're fixed in one direction. You can see here the difference between the one and the other. That's the one with the pin, and that's the one with the knee joint. So done that, then you got to do the ends, basically I don't know what the English word is, but you have to add these F25 and F37. Actually putting on F37 is kind of tedious because it's very unclear how you need to fit them. So I'm almost completely sure that I screwed that on up, but there's, unlike you see on the picture where you see that hook with the small hole there, that's not there. So the only thing you got is actually this little hand. There's a pin underneath that goes into that hole there, and that way you just post that one in first, and then you just twist it so it looks okay. There was the front axle, and you're fitting the axles fit great on this kit. I'm very impressed by ICM with this kit. I mean, it's sturdy, it fits perfectly everything. After that's done, you install the steering bar, I would say. I don't know the English word for it, but it helps with the steering, that thingy. It actually also makes sure your wheels are aligned, so that's also perfectly. And then you got the cover underneath the radiator, which is kind of a pain to fit because it looks like, and that's strange because they're both the same, you have to put them on top on those ridges, as you can see here. But you don't. You actually slide them in those grooves. And it took me 2 or 3 pages further before I actually, because I went looking for it, because I found it looked strange. And actually it's not until here where that thing is again, you can see it's flush with the grooves. So, and I actually didn't even do that a good job of gluing, but you can see it's, well, almost flush. Well, it's a little mistake, I should push it a little bit further down. And here in the front it slides there. You can see there that groove. This thing has 2 little feet on this side, and there's a groove, and this side is a groove. It slides in there. So you can adjust it, but I now notice I should have lowered it even further. So as you can see, I'm not perfect. Not that I ever tried to be. Being perfect is kind of dull, because then you can learn anything and there's nothing new for you to do. So next step for me will be to add shock absorbers, like the cradles for the fuel tank, some hooks, and then there will be the other side the same. Fuel tanks and gas air cylinders will be assembled, mud flaps, that's all going to be the next few steps. So, trying to keep these videos nice, around 10 minutes, so they don't get too boring. That's it so far I've done now. I'm, like I said, with the engine and everything, and this is the whole construction of the chassis so far with the axles and everything. I'm really impressed. It's a very good kit. It surpasses my expectations. Not expectations. Expectations as well. I expected less. So yeah, you know what I mean. So I will finish this video now because I'm starting rambling and I can't remember my words. So I hope you enjoyed it. Hit the like button if you want, hit the bell if you want to be up to date with my newest videos, and hope to see you soon. Bye bye.